Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Discord AI Chatbot series. In this episode, we'll be learning how to create a simple chatbot. If you haven't already watched the first episode of this series, go ahead and do so before watching this one, as we'll be building off what we learned there. The first step in creating our chatbot is to update our bot's intents. We're going to want two specific intents for this chatbot to function. The first intent we're going to want is the guild messages intent. This is going to allow our bot to receive an event every time a new message is sent in your server. The next intent we need is the message content intent. This will allow our bot to receive the content of new messages. Now that we've got our intent set up, we can create our event listener. We're going to be listening for the message create event. Now this event will fire every time there is a new message sent in the server or in a DM. We're going to provide an asynchronous function, and this function will run every time a message is sent. The first thing we want to do is make sure that we're not getting messages from bots, so we'll just do a quick check, quick if statement. If message.author.bot, we want to return. And this will stop us from processing any bot messages. So the way this chatbot is going to work is that when a user mentions the bot, that's when we want to reply. So we'll just add a quick check for that. So we'll just check the mentions object of the message. We'll do if message.mentions that user.has, and we're going to check for our bot user. So we'll do message.client.user.id. And if this is true, we want to do something. So the first thing we'll do now is we will fetch some previous messages to give our chatbot a little bit of context when it replies. So to do that, all we have to do is const previous messages equals await message channel messages fetch, and we want to fetch messages before the current one, so we'll add before message.id, and this will fetch messages sent before ours. And we'll fetch 5 messages, so we'll set the limit to 5. And this will fetch 5 messages sent right before ours, if there is, or if not, however many there are. Now that we've got our messages, we can transform them with a .then statement. Then messages, and now that we've got our messages, we want to filter out any messages that are sent by anyone other than the user or our bot. So we'll just add a quick filter statement. Filter m.author.id is equal to message.author.id or m.author.id is equal to our client user. All right, so this should make sure that all the messages we process are sent by our user or the bot. Now that we've got that out of the way, we can go ahead and convert our messages into a ChatGPT friendly format. So to do that, we'll just map this collection with .n, and we will return an object. And in this object, we'll have a role and a content. So our role is going to be dependent on whether it is the user or the bot. So we'll just add a quick check. And we'll add a ternary operator in here. Now, if it is our bot, we want to have an assistant role. Otherwise, we'll have a user. And we'll go ahead and add the message content in here. Whoops. Now we've got our ChatGPT friendly message list. All we need to do now is reverse it so the most recent messages show up last. All right, now we've got our messages. Next thing we need to do is create our ChatGPT message format. We'll go ahead and create a new array called ChatGPT messages. And in this array, we will create an object, and we'll give this one a role of system and a content of you are a helpful chatbot. You can go ahead and add whatever you want in this content section here if you want to change your bot's personality or how it responds or anything like that. After we've got that out of the way, we will use a spread operator to add our previous messages. And we'll go ahead and add our current message. All right, now we've got everything we need to respond to our message. So we'll go ahead and import the OpenAI module we created. Const OpenAI equal require OpenAI. And now we will fetch a response using our messages. Const chat completion equals await OpenAI dot create chat completion. And we'll specify a model here, and we're going to use the GPT 3.5 turbo model for this example. But you can go ahead and use whichever ChatGPT model you prefer. Go ahead and add our messages. And we will set a max tokens of 500 so our message isn't too long. Next thing we need to do is just reply to our original message. We'll just do a quick message.reply. Content is going to be equal to the chat completion dot data dot choices index 0 dot message dot content, and that's going to respond to our message. And just to make it seem more lifelike, we're going to go ahead and add an await message dot channel dot send typing. just so it feels a little more authentic when people use it. All right, now that we've got that out of the way, we're going to go ahead and test our bot. We're just going to start up real quick with node index.js, and our bot is online. All right, now we're in Discord, and we're going to go ahead and try asking our bot something. You'll notice if you just type messages into the server, it won't respond, but if you mention it, it will. That's a simple question, and you see it responds. And the nice thing about this bot is that it takes context into account when replying to you. So for example, if we go here and we type, what is 2 to the power of 5? And we send that, and you'll see it responds. But what if we want to the power of 12, for example? And just like that, it remembers. Thank you everyone for watching. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe. In future episodes, we'll go over other features you can implement with your AI chatbot.